So I have just a thought here. We've all been seeing what's happening in South Africa. If you're African, if you're a black person, mostly if you're African is where it hits home. Quite literally, they're hitting people from the motherland, their neighbors, their fellow Africans. So my thought is, I don't know. I haven't been seeing any major South African artists talking against this. Maybe I'm the one who's under a rock and I haven't just been seeing these things. But how about we boycott Amapiano artists and all the Tylers, all the Uncle Waffles, people who are not speaking against whatever is happening in their country, especially big South African artists, and they're not speaking against killing other Africans. I think we should stop playing Amapiano in the clubs. As Kenyans, we love it, just like the rest of the Africa in the world. I think we should reduce our streams to artists who are not speaking against, instead of saying cancel South Africa, because I've been like cancel country, but it starts with the people who are at the top who have a voice. Let's just stop supporting the beautiful culture that we much love. If they are deciding on doing whatever they're doing, I'm sure there are better ways of going about it. I don't know the full story, but whatever is happening has to stop, or just put that country back in the drawing board.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Tea with Nushka. Well, I don't have my cup of tea right now, but this xenophobia story, the plot just keeps on thickening every single day. So first of all, if you're new here, please just go right ahead and subscribe, like, share. I mean, you know the drill. Let me just jump right into this story. You've all just seen this video. So today's video is going to be fairly short, right? So you've all just seen this video of this Kenyan DJ who is suggesting that South African music should be boycotted. Are we gonna say that they kinda are we gonna say that South Africans actually called it upon themselves? To some extent, yes, they actually did. Because tell me why. Tell me why they would feel so self-sufficient to the point of saying that foreigners are actually a nuisance. Now, that said, we all know that there are definitely some badly behaved and ill-mannered foreigners that go into some people's countries um, and just cause chaos. But we also know that there are a whole lot of foreigners who are genuinely just trying to make a living in different countries. I mean, they're just being, victims of circumstances. It's not really their fault like that. But everything that we are seeing, like we've seen this whole narrative unfold, and we all know that this has been going on for years. Like these xenophobic attacks is nothing new. Like we know about them, we've seen them happen, we've seen the people that were killed, we've seen the people's businesses that were destroyed, we've seen the people that were beaten up. We've all seen this thing unfold, and now other foreign nationals, I mean, not other foreign nationals, but other people from other countries, from other African countries, are beginning to be irritated and are beginning to look for solutions, you know, either solutions or at least they're beginning to speak up. And it's very interesting to see um, a Kenyan DJ proposing something like that. So in the video, as you heard, literally just proposed to boycott the music. But I would believe that we can even take it a notch higher, you know? How about we boycott the movies and the series as well? Up until public figures, public South African figures become a bit more vocal. How about we boycott the books? How about we boycott everything that has to do with South African culture? I mean, it could be a solution. I honestly pray that we don't get to that point because I mean it's sad. They do have a beautiful culture, to be honest. Um, it's quite sad, and honestly, the Netflix movies are pretty. They're really nice. They're really really nice. But it's actually sad to see that you know most people with a voice, especially on social media, are just silent. We do have a couple of South Africans who are speaking up as well. I mean, we've all seen a couple of videos going around, but at the end of the day, action needs to be taken. No man is an island, you know. And you know the thing that actually I find very interesting with that proposal from that Kenyan DJ is that if you're looking at the records as per research, um, 50 to 60% of income that is made by Amapiano and other, South African music is actually from, I mean, 50 to 60% of that income is made outside of South Africa. So the greater majority of the income from the music industry in South Africa has been built by African countries, you know, like up to 50 to 60% of that income has been built by other African countries. Um, there is also a certain significance that was built by Europe, but I mean, most of it, the bulk of it, is coming from other African countries. Um, in the days where I used to club, in the days where I used to club, you'd go to a club and then there's South African music like all over the place. They would dedicate a couple of hours just to mix South African music. And I mean, we all know that right now, especially in Anglophone countries, so English speaking countries, the music is greatly dominated by Nigerian music and by South African music. Other music from other countries are still lagging behind when it comes to um, you know um, Anglophone countries. But even when you move to Francophone countries, which are French speaking countries, the music is dominated by four countries still. You have Ivory Coast, you have music from Congo, and you have Nigerian music, and you have still South African music. So that's just to say that if every single country in Africa today decides not to listen to South African music at all, you can just imagine the dip in terms of streaming. You can just imagine the dip in terms of revenue. It's going to be massive. Now, I don't know if it's something that we should do. I don't know if it's something that we shouldn't do. You can, share your opinion in the comment section. But I do believe that it might be a step towards, um, shifting the narrative a little bit. Because truth be told, we are not the enemy, guys. Honestly speaking, foreigners are not the enemy. Foreigners are not the enemy. And I think it's quite unfortunate that, you know, a couple of people who are misinformed are making decisions and are deciding to go after their own. Because at the end of the day, like I've always said, um, yeah, we're just the same people. We're just the same people who've just migrated into different parts of Africa, but I mean, we're just the same people, you know? Today we are seeing South Africans attacking Congolese people who are Bantus like them, and it makes no sense. Makes actually no sense. They're attacking Ghanaians who, I mean, who have fought for the liberation of the black South African people. It just makes no sense. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your thoughts are. Should there be a boycott or not? So, yeah. Tell me what you think, guys. Should African countries actually, have that boycott? What do you think? What do you think? Well, share your thoughts in the comment section. Share the video with your friends. Start forums discussing it. Let's see where it all goes. Let's see if it's actually something that other DJs are going to take seriously. Let's see if other Africans in the music industry are actually going to take that seriously and actually implement it. But yeah, let's keep this conversation going. It is my prayer, though, that the xenophobic attacks stop. It is my prayer that, not just in South Africa, but also in Ghana, like we've seen. It is my prayer that Africans open their eyes finally to seeing that at the end of the day, we're just the same people. And I will never stop saying this, regardless of the country you are from. The moment you step into America, the moment you step into Asia, the moment you step into Europe, you are African. These people do not care to know if you're from South Africa, if you're from East Africa, they don't care. So long as your skin looks like this, lighter or darker, but so long as your skin look like this, you're an African, man. You're just an African. To them, there's no difference. Anyway, it was nice having you around. Let's talk in the next video. Until then, take care and God bless you.